Alright, so I definitely have put together. Hello. I've definitely put together enough of a setup here to get things moving on this. I mostly wanted to make sure that I played the intro music, which is music that's going to be continuing to use for this Ultimate Serpent Skull campaign. And so I definitely want to go through and just give a rundown of what the campaign setting is behind the scenes for anyone who doesn't really know the Paizo Pathfinder role-playing game default campaign setting of Galarian, or Galarian, and the very, very, very long trip of a ship called the Genevieve that goes from Magnamar, a city in the nation of Varizia, all the way down to Elidor, a city in the colony nation of Sargava, which was once a colony of the nation of Cheliax before it got separated. And so I'd like to give a rundown of that at some point to actually give people who have no background with the campaign setting to be able to see a little bit more. Also, it is very important for a little bit of an exposition of the setting for my players because it is assumed that these players came together over the course of this journey of this ship called the Genevieve, which transported them all the way up from the north parts of the world to the south parts of the world, and which is where the campaign begins. And it sort of assumes that everyone has met one another and has befriended one another or had some kind of connection over the course of whatever amount of time. And of course it's different depending on when they came onto the ship, sometime between Magnamar at the very top and Elidor at the very bottom. And of course, if they came on sort of at the beginning or at the very end, then they would only have been together for a little bit of time. And so those sorts of details are going to go through, we are going to go through. I am definitely going to go through. And for the moment, just to show you, and of course I'm jiggly because this is now officially a laptop. Just to show you what I mean. Okay, well, unfortunately this isn't working like that. But that's okay. We'll put the dinosaur island back. Pew! That's the island of baby dinosaurs, just so you know. Here, no, I'll show it to you again. This is the island of baby dinosaurs. There's 10 little baby dinosaurs here. And those are minis that I have packed away. They are packed away, so if you would like those minis to not be packed away, you could definitely feel free to donate to my GoFundMe page, and I can put a link for that. I'll put it up on the Twitters. If you want to look at the Twitters for all the tweeters of the tweeting, without birds, but from humans, which apparently is sort of bird analog for primates, I guess. If you would like to donate, I will. You can find the link for it on the Twitters, which I will post the GoFundMe link because it's a good link for you to click on and maybe give like 10, 20 bucks. That would be great. And the more that people do that, the better. And then I will finally be able to get my stuff here. And when I get a place of my own, it will actually be, so that I can make like real artworks, like physical, things you can hold. Maybe like at them. Maybe throw them from the top of your roof, if that is what you choose to do with the physical artworks that can be created. That's okay. And so Thursdays is going to be the day. I really wish I could show you this map right now, but I'll make sure to get those settings proper. Whatever it is, it's because I have to transition between and preview the stream and look at it beforehand, and then when I come back to it, it's all messed up. That's all right. It's all right. A-okay. Everything's fine because you are able to hear the soundtrack, the opening intro soundtrack of music that I got from the YouTube audio library, all free to use for any videos, and I've decided that these fit the theme of Ultimate Serpent Skull. The Serpent Skull Adventure Path is by Paizo Publishing. It's for the Pathfinder role-playing game. It's an excellent adventure path which was made before a lot of the really new, cool, creepy, occult, horror, and intrigue-oriented rules came about. And so I have decided to put all of the more advanced, newer rules mechanics for Pathfinder together and use them all in Ultimate Serpent Skull as much as physically possible. Plus, we will also be using critical hit cards and critical fumble cards and plot twist cards. And hopefully at some point I will be able to fully describe what it is that I would like to do with occult, mystery, esoteric, spectral, haunting type of things. And maybe there might be something called occult points involved, or strangeness factor, or something really bizarre that makes you feel like, oh my gosh, am I hallucinating? Why? Why are they providing hallucinations through the internet? No! Oh, it's okay, it's just the web. Oh, it's just virtual hallucinations. It's not real. It's not real. And so, I was going to do that, but apparently I will not be doing that. Hang on, let's see. Dinosaur Island, Dinosaur Island. Spooky, spooky, spooky. There's probably ghosts haunting them. We might even get chased by velociraptors. If we're going to get chased, we're going to get chased by velociraptors. That's usually how it goes down. So, oh, and I come to think of it, I'm not sure any of these are velociraptors. The little, oh man, I can't even ping it for you. Well, so much for that. All of these dinosaurs need to be named. If you have a name suggestion for the little baby dinosaurs, it is much accepted. And welcome and appreciated. And I have a mischievous imp that is imitating dinosaurs that then ran away and is excellent. So let's see if I can do this one more time. We'll see what happens. So first we do the thing with the thing that of course none of you can see, which is a good thing actually. And then we'll do that thing, which hopefully should work pretty well. Oh, you know what? I know why. I will fix the stuff that has the many things. I don't sing along with the music. I can hear the music perfectly fine, but I don't actually sing along with the music because the music in my head just does whatever it wishes. Sometimes even when I don't want it to, but that's okay because sometimes that works. So also we don't have any Photoshop open, which is, I've been doing a lot of Photoshop lately. And I definitely streamed a good portion of a character illustration for a Minotaur NPC. A PC, a real PC character that I'm using for Justin P. Sluder's Kingmaker. It's Mythic Kingmaker. And it's excellent because he's using super overpowered rules and then throwing super overpowered villains at us. So that's cool and fun, and I'll probably be trying to do a lot of the same thing with Ultimate Serpent Skull. Why is it Ultimate? Because I'm using as much new stuff as possible. Downtime, retraining. It's notifying me right now on the phone. It's notifying me that I'm streaming. Huh, I got that. So, the real deal is that I will not be streaming an actual game session tonight unless it like really looks like it's gonna work and everybody is legitimate is like really cool with doing that sort of thing. because we still haven't really gotten to do a practice session of good stuff. And I want to reveal to the players how this first opening scene goes down, and then do it, and have it very ad-lib so that they can feel like they're doing what they would like to do, and then hopefully recreate that in our first episode of live stream content. Because, you know, role-playing is a little bit of an art, and sometimes some people have a better art of it than others, and some people need a little extra help. And we give them that help by practicing, so I'll probably do a practice run. For sure, we're going to be recording. You see, this is the beauty of streaming from the laptop, is that sometimes you feel like you're on a ship and they're drunk. Oh my god, drunken sailors. Drunken sailors trying to run my stream. Why? Why would they do that? Here, we'll go back to the Dinosaur Island. See the peace and calm of Dinosaur Island, Baby Dinosaur Island. It's a playground on the seas of imagination. It's peaceful, isn't it? Even with adventure songs, it's still peaceful. See, and then we've returned. We've returned from the storm of the seas. Luckily, luckily we have all returned from the storm of the seas. Not all are quite so fortunate, such as some of those which journey upon the seas on ships that are, shall we say, destined for misfortune, fated to darkness, longing for the infinite eternity that is the nihilism that is all of destruction. And so, with that, I will stop blabbering, because it's definitely 4:24. I'm going to continue streaming, I'm going to continue streaming and letting this music play out, especially because this one's like, you know, the peaceful song at the end of the... I'll shut the fuck up. Okay, so just to check and make sure, because I am doing that. Alright, so I have just kind of outlined sort of the idea of where it is that the Genevieve goes, and I'll do this one more time. So this is the Inner Sea region map. This up here is the continent of Avestan, and down here is Garund. And so the southern continent of Garund is where the adventure actually takes place, but a lot of the explorers are from the north, in Avestan. And so, for example, the Genevieve starts out here in the city of Magnamar in Varizia. Riddleport, right here, is where the adventure path Second Darkness begins and takes place into other regions, but it's very near to Magnamar, and both of them have very, very large monolithic and massive stone structures, most of which were built by the Rune Lords. And then after leaving Magnamar, it came down here to Cheliax. I forget the name of the city that's up here somewhere. I don't think it was... Oh, no, it definitely wasn't Nizrak, because that's Nidal. But it's definitely over here. The 3 cities in Cheliax. I forget which one was first, and then Pezak, and then Corentin. Kintargo! And that's where Hell's Rebels begins and takes place. And so Hell's Rebels and Hell's Vengeance both take place in Cheliax. All of these things, all of these tie-ins from more recent Pathfinder adventure paths, and just a shout out to a big thank you to Justin who just answered my question. And all of these tie-ins are adventure campaign concepts that easily tie into the background of Serpent Skull. And so Kintargo, it's definitely up here somewhere. It might even be right here on this river. It's definitely near a river and some serious stuff, so I'm pretty sure it's over here. That said, Pezak is the second place in Cheliax that the Genevieve docked, and then coming down here to the very southern tip of Corentin. And after leaving Cheliax, the continent of Avestan, and going to Garund, they skipped over the whole Rahadum nation over here on this peninsula and went immediately to the city of Ilismagordi on Mediogalti Island, which is renowned, notorious even, for the Red Mantis assassins. And so stopping in Ilismagordi is not only dangerous, but also brings with it lots of intrigue and possibly deceptions and subterfuge and all sorts of fun things. After leaving there, they came down to the Shackles, run by the pirates of the Shackles, the free captains and other pirates, because the Shackles is a notoriously pirate-oriented nation. They stopped in the cities of Alo, Quent, and finally Port Peril, all of which are listed on this map. After leaving the Shackles, they came down to the city of Blood Cove. Blood Cove is not actually in a nation at all. It's considered part of the Mwangi Expanse. It is just north of the Kavalands and just south of Port Peril and the sort of barren wastelands outside of that nation's border. It is also notoriously run by another infamous group called the Aspis Consortium, and they do all sorts of things and are sort of antithetical to the Pathfinder Society, which is the more renowned or more known the group of elite group of adventurers and explorers who go around and find all sorts of fun stuff. And sometimes they take it for themselves, and sometimes they sell it, and sometimes they do other things. But the Aspis Consortium also has these same goals and motivations, and wherever it is that these two groups can carve out their own little niche, they tend to do so, and then they fight over them ad infinitum. And so, after leaving Blood Cove, they came down here to Sengor, which is also considered part of the Mwangi Expanse. which is a big, massive place. It includes the Mwangi jungles over here. Mwangi jungles! It's the Mwangi jungle. If I say Mwangi jungles, it's because I'm falling into character easily. Sengor left there and have traveled on their way to, Elder in Saragava, but sometimes plans don't go quite according to plan, and so sometimes things happen. Funny things, silly funny things that, sometimes you can plan for them, sometimes you can't. And since they have been on such a long ship journey, I think it's really important to build up character background and make sure that those concepts are really solid for the players so that they can stay in character and deal with a whole lot of different elements that are going on in addition to just my dialogue and rolling dice. We're going to be using the decks that I was talking about, which is going to be really fun and exciting. Critical hits and critical fumble decks are new for me, but just looking at the rules that are already in there for the suggested rules, it definitely works out, and I'm really going to enjoy it. So, I'm going to stop my babbling, streaming goodness, and I'm going to, at the very least, make sure that everything is set up for us to begin, and I'm going to be recording this, but this portion is going to stay just for us. So it's possible that I will actually live stream an introductory session, but no promises. And just wait for the darkness. Just wait for the darkness. It seems all fun and games most of the time, but wait for the darkness. It will have you questioning. It will have you questioning. And so I bid you farewell for now. And anybody who watched this live gets extra brownie points, and I will award you 3 XP just for being here. So if you got 3 XP, make sure that you let me know in the chat or on Twitter, twitter.com/Xidoraven, Xido. You could even say it Zido or Zido or Jido or whatever it is that you would like to say, because it's not a real word. Xidoraven, Xidoraven, potato, potato, tomato, tomato, but not Monsanto. Okay. I love you! Also, just in case anyone has actually listened to this whole soundtrack of music, and if you have any thoughts about it, like I said, it's all free music, and anyone can use it from the YouTube audio library. Check that out if you like it, and if you find any kind of music that you would like me to use, either like in the introduction like this, or if you feel that it fits the themes of the campaign, go ahead and send it my way. If it's totally way outside of those things, still send it my way, and I may very well listen to it. I love music, and I am totally willing to play stuff from people who are passionate about what they do, and that's a good thing. So, huzzah! So I'm actually trying to get the tabletop audio to load properly. For whatever reason, it likes to split across my headphones and my speakers. Like, whenever I've got Discord open, it wants to do it like that, and whenever I've got other things, it wants to do it on the headphones. But right now, I don't hear it at all, even though there should be music playing, and that's kind of important. I mean, I feel that that's a distinctive element of this whole thing. Oh no. Uh, SoundCloud jukebox tracks no longer function. For more information, see the Roll20 blog. Okay, there is your answer. That's how things work. SoundCloud is no longer allowing that. Okay. That's fine. We'll do something else. Check it. And luckily, that means that it wasn't my video and audio settings, which means I can put everything back the way I wanted it. Okay, so with that, I think I'm going to shut this down on the streaming side of things. Maybe not. I don't actually have any players right now. Vic Shade, the Techno Lich, is with us and hanging out on Discord to make sure of the wonders that are live chatting on Discord are not also aggressive and violent, although we would probably never have that just with us. But one of these days when we have lots of extra people, you never know, we might need someone who can beat people with sticks. I tend to gouge people's eyes out with spoons. That's probably not a good choice. Um, but you know, we all choose every moment of every day what it is that we would like to do. And if it's gnawing on the skulls of your fallen enemies, you know, it's all about comfort and satisfaction in knowing that you have gnawed on all of the skulls of fallen enemies uh, for your quota for the day. You have met the quota of your cannibalism and skull gnawing. I may be foreshadowing to things. I may also just be slightly insane. Also, now that you can hear those sounds, they're bird sounds, in fact. There's bird sounds and jungle sounds and uh, slightly musical, intoned sounds that hang out. But apparently SoundCloud tracks no longer function. So we're gonna see the Roll20 blog about that to figure that out and see what changed there, and how we can understand what it is that we can do to provide an alternative, so to speak. Wow, this is so sad. So many of these good tunes were ready to go. But we do still have some of the sounds, and some of them have a little bit of musical stuff involved. Um, this is called Zingu Nights. Jingu. I mean, it's probably Jingu. It also starts with an X, which is why I should probably be able to say it. But not everything makes sense all the time. Not all the time. Alright, I should probably shut this stream off. I will continue recording for us for the things of the stuff. And I guess I will just stay muted, sending my internet love, but not the creepy form, the soft and cuddly form, that also hands you brownies for the brownie points.